Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my channel Learning Chinese Language. Today we will start the book of New Practical Chinese Reader, which is one of the basic book for learning the Chinese language, where this book is concerned with the tones, with the opinions, and as well as this lesson consists of the 14 lessons, where there we will discuss many vocabularies, many conversations. Various conversations are heard, whether that are in the markets, in the hospitals, in the daily basis, greetings, business, relationships. I mean, this book would be coverable almost 20% if we complete this book, if we complete this course. Actually, this book, New Practical Chinese Reader 1, that is one of the basic book of learning the Chinese language. And today we will start this book from the first lesson, and we will try our level best to cover each lesson per day. If not, might be 2-3 lectures per week or 4 lectures per week, so that you would learn Chinese language very soon and with great interest. Actually, welcome to my YouTube channel Learning Chinese Language. This is my channel name. You can subscribe it, and the book name is New Practical Chinese Reader. Today we will start this is the main page, the main book, we can say, of the New Practical Chinese Reader 1. As a textbook, it contains 2 books. One is textbook, one is workbook. So we will discuss textbook and workbook. The lectures on workbook will be made separately. And lesson number 1, before starting the lessons, we need to learn the basic vocabularies, such as number 1 is our here knee. As we have gone through personal pronouns, if you repeat those personal pronouns where there we discussed about the knee, which is pronoun, and this is the khanza, the character of the knee. I mean, the real pronunciation, and slowly if we pronounce it, third tone is applied over here. Knee, knee, that is third tone, which means you. And how is an adjective? This is the khanza, which means good, well, fine, and okay. 2 pronouns, proper nouns are mentioned over here. These are the names Liu Ping and Libo. We will start our first lesson. These were the vocabularies. That ni means you, hao means good, Liu Ping is name, Libo is name. This lesson begins by introducing some sounds unique. As I said that this lesson will be considering main things, such as that this lesson will be about the basic tones and as well as the basic opinions, which we have discussed in our previous lectures. So here we have including tones. I mean, 4 tones are there, and the 5th one is neutral tone. The Chinese writing system dates back more than 4,000 years. As we have discussed that the Chinese language has 6,000 history almost, and writing has come almost 2,000 to 3,000 after the spoken. So it has 4,000 history of the writing language, and it is especially intriguing. Intriguing means interesting to see how Chinese characters are developed, since they are basically pictographic, as we discussed in the basic lecture of the opinion that they have applied pictograph. From picture they would write down. If horse is there, so they would draw that picture as a Chinese writing characters. Origins in ancient China, old China. By the end of this lesson you will know 11 Chinese characters and be able to express some everyday greetings in Chinese. In the first lesson, you will be able to learn 11 Chinese khanzas, characters, and as well as you will become capable, you will be able to discuss about the greetings, how we greet in Chinese language. Let's start our first lesson. The title is Ni Hao. Ni Hao. Ni means you, and Hao means good. These are the literal meaning. But has idiomatic meaning, it means high. it means hello. It means hi or hello. So over here two persons are there. We can see in this picture as well. Two persons are there, conversators are there. One is Liu Ping, the second one is Li Bo. Li Bo, ni hao. It doesn't matter whether you write name in the beginning of your sentence or at the end of your sentence, no issue. But that is the basic greeting. Li Bo, ni hao means Li Bo, hi, hello, assalamu alaikum, namaste. I mean, every language, every culture, they have their own greeting style. So Chinese, they call ni hao. And Li Bo answered, ni hao, Liu Ping. So in this lesson, in the text, when you became capable how to say assalamu alaikum, that is ni hao. And the reply is same, ni hao, ni hao. Hope so. You got this lecture. Li Bo, ni hao. Let's take here, name should be changed. Jamil, ni hao. Ali, ni hao. Ni hao, Alia. Ni hao, Salim. Ni hao. Whatever the names you want to add, that is up to.
Li Bo, ni hao.
你好，陆玉平。
李波，你好。
你好，陆玉平。
Second, that is about the. Here we can see. Here that we discussed about the vocabularies such as ni, hao, and Liu Ping and Li Bo. The second text. In the second text, we have over here that. One vocabulary is about the ma. As we have discussed in our recent lecture, that ma means question mark. In our tone lecture, if you remember, 4 tones were there, such as ma, ma as a mother, ma as a num, ma as a horse, ma as a scolding. So ma without tone, that is a question mark. And next we have wa. Wa is again personal pronoun. We have discussed. Wa means I. Wa means I. Khan, H-E-N. Khan means very. One word we left, that is na. Na is a modal particle used for elliptical questions, like we say in English language. I am fine and you. In place of and you, okay, they use the word na, like Nina. And the fifth one is e. E means also two. And next plural proper noun is that is Lina. Lina is again name. We have discussed 3 names: Li Bo, Liu Ping, and Lina. Let's start the text. In the text, we can see Li Bo is there. Okay, Li Bo says, "Lina, ni hao ma." So we discussed here that what was ni hao, simply ni hao was hi. But if you add ma as a question mark, we will discuss in our upcoming lectures how to make sentences interrogative. Chinese is grammarless language, okay? In order to make a simple sentence interrogative, just we add at the end of the sentence the word ma, that becomes interrogative sentence. Ni hao ma. We say, how are you? Are you okay? Are you good? Keep it in your mind that no single language can be translated to any another language as same as it should be or as it is. It is impossible to translate any language same to same. Though we can get the ideas, we can get the sense, how to know, how to get the meaning of those sentences, but same translation is not capable. It's not easy to do same to same translation, neither it is possible. So Lina asked, ni hao ma. Ni hao ma. How are you? And Lina replied, wo hen hao. I am okay. Wo hen hao. I am okay. Nina, and you. And you. Ni is you. Na is playing as the role of and. And Li Bo replied, I hen hao. I am also fine. So in this lecture we had some sentences such as ni hao means hello. With the same ni hao, if you add the word ma, it becomes how are you. And the reply will be wo hen hao. Wo hen hao. I am fine. Nina, and you. If you are also fine, use this sentence. 一很好. Wo一很好. I am also fine. If you wanna add wo as a subject or not, it's up to you, because elliptical rule is followed over here. What is elliptical rule? We will discuss in detail in upcoming lecture as well. But over here, what is elliptical? Elliptical when we omit subject deliberately, intentionally. When we omit, because of the context, the background knowledge, the context is crystal clear to us. Because Libo asked to Lina, Ni hao ma. So Lina replied, Wakhan hao dina. So exactly Libo knows that which question he asked, the same is again asked to himself. So exactly he will reply, I han hao. This is about our second text. Okay, over here in the notes we can see. Number one is Ni hao. Ni hao means hello, how do you do? This is the most common form of greeting in China. It can be used at any time of the day. Keep it in your mind. Ni hao can be used any time, whether it is morning, noon, afternoon, evening, night. Though you are meeting for the first time or meeting for time and again, or you already know, this will be asked Ni hao. And the response of the Ni hao is same to same, the same greeting, Ni hao, Ni hao. Second question, that is about the Ni hao ma, which means how are you? This is also a form of greeting, often used after you have not seen someone for some time. If you are meeting time and again, okay, so we simply say hello, hi, Ni hao. But if you have not met for some days, for some time, okay, so if you want to go for in detail, okay, so you can ask such question, that Ni hao ma, Ni hao ma. And the response will be different. You can reply han hao, han hao. What different synonyms you will have in upcoming lectures. As you get vocabularies of Chinese language, you will be capable to use different synonyms instead of han hao. Nina, and how are you? And you. So the reply is I han hao. I am also fine. I am good too. This is an elliptical sentence. I discussed it, elliptical rule. Deletion is there. When you omit, when you delete a subject intentionally. See, in spoken Chinese, when the context is explicit, clear, and there is no ambiguity, no unclearance, we can say, so the subject is often omitted. One may also say han hao, I han hao to answer the question Ni hao ma. You can also say han hao, I han hao, wo han hao. That is up to you. So that is.
琳娜，你好吗？
我很好，你呢？
也很好。琳娜，你好吗？
我很好，你呢？
也很好。
Now the grammar. The grammar is simply very easy, as we know that subject and predicate. Subject is the worker, and rest of the words are known as predicates. After subject, whatsoever the words comes, they are known as predicates. Suppose ni hao. Ni is subject, hao is predicate. Wo han hao. Wo is subject, han hao is predicate. Libo I han hao. In Libu is also fine. So Libu is subject, I han hao is predicate. Clear? That is about the grammar. The main characteristic of Chinese grammar is that it lacks of morphological changes in person, tense. As I said, Chinese language, grammarless language. We have one word for all. There is no change in persons, in tenses, in genders, in numbers and cases. Has strict grammar we have for English language. That is not same to same for Chinese language. Chinese language is a grammarless language. The word order, however, it is very important to convey different grammatical meanings, but that are not that much strict rules are not followed as English language is having. Over here for Chinese writing, we have different stages. Like before I said, in ancient time picture was adopted, then oracle bone inscription is there, then small steel character, then official script, then we can say complex character in regular script, and then simplified. And we will learn simplified Chinese language in the writing system of the Chinese language. Okay. Now in this lesson we will discuss about the basic strokes. Almost Chinese has 29 strokes. 29 strokes are there total. These are the basic strokes. This position is known as Dian, which comes in the Man, in the basic Man. This is called Dian. And this is Hang, which is straight, which comes horizontal stroke is there. This is Shu, straight line, that is vertical. And this is P, this is Na, this is T. 6 basic strokes are there. You need to write for more than 50 to 100 times. That is Dian, that is Hang, that is Shu, that is P, that is Na, that is T. And different functions are there. You need to write down, you need to get the practices of these basic strokes. Next, our basic learn Chinese characters. In this lesson we will learn spoken as well, and as well as we will learn writing. And at the end of this video I will add Chinese videos of the same lesson in which different conversators they speak the same conversation, so that you will be able to learn, you will be able to get the listening opportunity and as well as the spoken opportunity of Chinese language. How do they speak? This is E number 1. One stroke is there, as I said. E is word. Which rule is followed over here? That is Hang, as we have discussed it. Hang. E means 1. Ba mean in numbers we have learnt 8. Okay, this is in front of you, this is in front of you. Different strokes are applied over here, such as for Ba, P, Na, that is Ba. Ba means 8. See, you can see over here, from there you can understand. This is Li. Li means strength. Li means strength. How to write the Li? You know that it is P, and we have Hang, and then again a small, we can say P is followed, then there is Dian. Man is followed over here. Man means door. This is the character of Man. Here we write it. And the fifth word is E. E means also, which you have see how to write it. We will discuss over here. You need to learn writing skills as well of the E, and I will upload one of my Chinese script where there it will be easy, and you need to print it out and then start writing on the same script. These are the 5 vocabularies of today. Number 1 is E, mean 1, Ba 8, Li strength, Man door, E also. And these are the strokes, how many strokes are used, and these are the basic characters, how to write them in Chinese writing. Our next word is Ma. Ma we have discussed it. See, mean third tone is followed over here in this. Okay, so it means horse. How to write it in front of you? It is. And new means female. How to write them? It is very easy. That is new. Wu we have learnt it 5. And mu means wood. That is in front of you. Ho means fire. So 10 words for today's lesson. In today's lesson we got for the writing, and you need to practice it time and again how to write their Chinese characters. Our last text is about the cultural notes, about the basic information of the Chinese language. The Chinese language Hanyu and the common speech Patonghua. Scholars think Chinese writing originated almost 4,000 years ago, as the same we discussed it in the earlier of this lesson, that Chinese writing has more than 4,000 years ago history, and that the spoken language goes back to remote antiquity. It means more than 2 to 3 years if you add in the 4,000. Okay, that is the history of Chinese language, making one of the oldest languages in front of you, it is that Chinese language is one of the oldest languages of the world. In spite of its great age, Chinese is now one of the most widely used living language. I meant to say one of the most spoken language, one of the most used living languages of the world, that is Chinese language. And the Chinese language is spoken in many dialects. Many dialects are there. Mainly 7 dialects are there, as we have discussed in our previous lectures of the opinion as well, that there are various dialects they speak. As well as in many overseas Chinese communities, especially in South Asia, Europe and America. In these 3 countries, in these 3 subcontinents, okay, Chinese are living over there, and they speak Chinese language over there. And there are more than 1 billion native speakers of Chinese worldwide. Because of the overpopulation, okay, due to overpopulation and the highest population of the world, they live in different parts of the world and they speak Chinese language, and that is why Chinese is considered one of the most living languages of the world. And one of the basic information you need to get, that it is one of the official and working language of the UNO, United Nations Organization. Moreover, Chinese belongs to Sino-Tibetan language. As we have discussed, is that we belong to, like, chain being theory was there. From Adam alayhi salam, we are coming, different people, different sects, different religions, they believe different things, okay. So similarly, Chinese language, they belong to Sino-Tibetan language family. Like Hanyo literally means language of the Han, means Chinese community. Refers to the standard Chinese language and is spoken by the Han, Hui, Manchu and other ethnic groups that constitutes 94% of the population of China. Almost in China, 94% of the population of China speaks Chinese language, and there are 56 ethnic groups in China using as many as 80 different languages. 94% of the people, they speak Chinese language in the China, and rest of the 6% speak different languages. Chinese include variants from 7 main dialects, as I discussed earlier, that there are mainly 7 dialects. Like English languages, there are different dialects are there. People living in different society, in different region, okay, they speak the same language where they the same is adopted. And the northern as Mandarin dialect overseas 3/4 of China's. The language which we are learning, Mandarin language, that is spoken 3/4 of the Chinese population. 3/4 of the population Chinese population speaks Mandarin language, whereas few people, okay, or less number of people that speak Putonghua, literally common speech, which is spoken especially in the area of the Beijing. This lesson was about the first lesson of the new practical Chinese reader, where there we discussed about the basic information of the greetings, how to greet in Chinese language, how to write it, how to read it, how to speak it, and basic information of Chinese language we got from this lesson. And at the end of this lecture, at the end of this video, I will add the original video of the Chinese new practical Chinese reader 1, a video where there are 2 conversators, they speak with each other. Though the video is lengthy, though the lecture is lengthy, but sorry, we cannot divide this lecture on different parts because that is interlinked with each other. Therefore my lecture will be lengthy, therefore it will be uploaded once in a week or twice or thrice in a week. But you need to watch the whole video in order to learn Chinese language, the basic Chinese language. Hope so. Inshallah, we will see in our next lecture. Thank you so much for watching this video, and hope so you will subscribe and like my video. Thank you so much.